Billionaire commodities investor Jim Rogers describes his investing style like this. He just sits back and does nothing until he sees a pile of money in the corner. And after a pile of money appears, he goes and picks it up. And today, what we're seeing with Franco-Nevada is the closest thing I've seen to a pile of money just sitting in the corner since I bought Cameco a couple of years ago. And as always, these are just my opinions. Always do your own research and never make any investment decisions based solely on my videos. So Franco-Nevada is the best gold company in the world, so it doesn't go on sale very often. And when it does, historically, it's been a very good time to pick some up. Franco-Nevada owns approximately 400 assets, and the largest of which is the Cobre Panama copper mine. It's a huge mine down in Panama. Well, it was almost exactly a year ago. They got some news from the Panamanian government threatening to shut down the mine. They thought they got that resolved, and then pretty recently, the mine has officially been shut down. And because of this mine shutdown, the stock price is down about 30%. But this doesn't make any sense because the entire net asset value of Cobre Panama only accounted for about 15% of Franco-Nevada's entire net asset value. So in worst case scenario that they never see another dime from the mine, you would expect that the stock would only be down about 15%, but it's down 30%. But that worst case scenario is actually highly unlikely. So let's talk about why that is. We're going to go a little deeper in a moment, but let's just think about this on the surface level of how likely it is that the mine stays shut down when it's extremely important to the Panamanian economy. This mine alone contributes like 5% of the country's entire GDP. And it's one of the biggest employers in the country, and it's one of the biggest tax revenue generators in the country. And in addition to that, if it stays shut down, it turns from one of the biggest tax generators to one of the country's biggest liabilities. So in what I think is the unlikely event that the Panamanians and the government says, to hell with the economy, we're going to keep this mine shut down. Well, then what happens? Well, First Quantum, the operator of the Cobre Panama mine, has already filed both local and international arbitration. And according to various analysts looking at past instances like this, Panama would be subject to paying a huge amount of money to both First Quantum and to Franco-Nevada, although that could take several years to play out. But this is all assuming that the mine doesn't get permission to restart. So the mine only accounts for 15% of the company's NAV. The company's stock price is down 30% because of this, and it's very likely that at some point the mine will restart, and if it doesn't, it's also very likely that Franco-Nevada receives a significant sum of money from international arbitration. But in addition to that, it's a lame duck government coming up here. It's the president's last term in office, so they have elections in May. Since this is such a big employer and huge tax generator, and it's been the center of a big controversy, this mine is going to be a pretty large issue in this upcoming election in May. When a new government comes into office, I don't know if it's probable, but it's certainly possible that they work with First Quantum to get the mine back in production on agreeable terms. Maybe that does happen, maybe it doesn't, but if it doesn't, well, we're in the same position we are right now. So I'll be right back. I gotta go pick up this free money in the corner. And in the meantime, watch this video on the screen. It's 15 reasons why to love gold royalty companies.